Why aren't front-wheel drive cars like this anymore? Guys, I'm super excited. Today we're driving a 1998 Acura Integra Type R that's been maintained in immaculate condition, refreshing dampers, refreshing various components to make this car feel fresh. Pretty stock. We have headers, we have intake, and we have spoon brakes in the front and Stoptech rotors in the rear. Other than that stock, we have 195 section width tires. Car's putting out around 200 horsepower, weighs 2,500 pounds. Acura was focused on essentially rigidity and weight savings with this vehicle, with this iteration of the vehicle. B18C engine with the red line, around 8,500 RPM, 1.8 liter naturally aspirated four banger. These are the 90s Honda engines that earned Honda that reputation. What a lot of us growing up came to love. First impressions is that this is such a lively FF platform vehicle. This is insane. This is so much fun. This might be the most fun I've had in a front-wheel drive car. You gotta love the engine, especially when you get to VTEC. Super dynamic and communicative. I'm able to actually control the nose with the throttle more than in a typical front-wheel drive vehicle. Lift off to corner in more, throttle on, straightens out a bit. Even under heavy braking, I'm getting some rotation. Hydraulic rack. The whole chassis is very communicative. Super lightweight. Steering has a bit of inaccuracy, a bit of play to it, but not in a way that is really detracting much from the experience. It's more adding charm. This thing is like a little 90s time machine. The brakes are nice and grabby, and the car's so lightweight that you can just toss it around everywhere. I say that, I can smell the brakes and I'm getting a little bit of fade. So lively. Here, we're gonna dial it back a bit. Definitely getting a little bit of brake fade. Wow, this car is so much fun. I think that because it's lightweight and has less power, the shortcomings of front-wheel drive aren't as front and center. It's not as frustrating. You know, when you're trying to put power down, you get a crap ton of torque steer. It's also tuned in a way where it's a little bit more lively. It seems that newer vehicles, they try to make them more stable, whereas with this, they're okay saying, hey, let's like have a little bit of fun out there, get some rotation out there. This is the most engaging front-wheel drive vehicle that I've driven to date, and this is a crap ton of fun. I haven't driven a front-wheel drive vehicle that puts a smile on my face like this before, to be honest. So easy to heel toe. The inputs are all just so good on this car. And you have to remember, this is from 1998, over 2 decades ago. Older chassis technology, But because it's so lightweight and the chassis is stiff enough, it's handling quite beautifully. Woohoo! The front end is so communicative too. As soon as you get a little bit of understeer, you can feel it right through the wheel. That hydraulic rack tells you a lot. Gotta love that intake snarl as well. Oh my god. What the hell? Why aren't front-wheel drive cars like this anymore? Dude, this car is so much fun. Jesus. And kudos to the owner, Kevin Wu. I mean, he's taking really good care of this car. He's now tracking it. This is his first track day. And I'm actually instructing him. I'm his instructor today. He's been watching the channel since before today. And just by chance, I got assigned to him as his instructor. We're out here with Speed Ventures at Buttonwillow. And if you guys want to sign up for Speed Ventures yourselves, awesome organization. I've been having a lot of fun with them. This is my third track day, or third track weekend, I should say, with them this year. Then click the link in the description below. You'll get $30 off just for my subscribers. Dude, what a fucking riot, man. What a riot. Up until today, I've been such a rear-wheel drive purist. You know, there's also some all-wheel drive cars that are fun to drive, but I haven't driven a front-wheel drive, even including the new Civic Type R, Integra Type S, all that stuff. They're great cars, don't get me wrong. They're very technically impressive, their inputs are great, etc., etc., but I could never get the same emotionality when I drove those compared to focused rear-wheel drive sports cars like the GR86, S2000, all that stuff. But this has really amped up the emotionality of that front-wheel drive experience. You know, between the engine, the inputs, the lightweight tossable nature, you know, the brakes started fading a bit sooner than I'd like. I couldn't really even get a clean hot lap there before I could smell the brakes and I got a bit of fade. And overall, I mean, this is just what a treat to be able to drive this car on track. Now, I haven't driven this on street yet, but my impression is that while the chassis could be a little bit sharper on track, it's pretty good. Like, I don't feel that the softness detracts from the track experience. I feel like it's at a very good middle ground where this car would probably be a pleasure to drive on the street as well as on the track. And it's finding that beautiful balance point. I love that so much. Wow, I love the dynamics and the emotionality of this vehicle. My friends, let me know what you think of the 1999 Acura Integra Type R with a comment down below. Much love, and I'll see you all in the next one.